It's a lovely day today. Just walking past my daughter's old school in here. Kids laughing and screaming, it's fantastic. Brighten me up. I was been working all week and it's been dark and gloomy. It's horrendous. I can't stand winter. I don't know about anybody else. Absolutely loathe it. The dark. It's not so much the cold, it's the lack of light. Today, there's lots of it. It's Friday, and I decided to just go for a walk for an hour, and I've got a bit more to do. And then next week, I'm going to do what I'm going to call my December challenge. So that's to get some exercise every day. At least up to when I've got, I think I've got 7 or 8 shows in a row, 9 shows in a row. So 9 days solid working. So at least 2 weeks, if not 4 weeks of getting fit. I put a bit of weight on. I need to winter weight and I can't stand that either. So I'm actually feeling quite miserable. I don't know about you. Miserable old sod, eh? I'll come back to you in a bit. So it's a bit noisy, but it gets less noisy in a minute. This is a walk I've done many a time in Brighouse. Once you get off the main roads, it takes you down to the canal systems. And I find when I'm struggling, what's really bottled me in this week is computers. I've been on a screen all day, all week, and travelling, and had no time for myself. Which is not complaining about. Well, I am complaining. But we forget, don't we? Well, I forget to make time for myself. And I'm starting to get on. I'm 62, I'm not a youngster. I just don't have the energy. It's partly because I don't have anything. I lost everything, didn't I? Living on a boat is tough. So I'm trying to keep my mood up. And I've got to get fit again. So going for a walk is always a really good idea. Anyway, this is across from the main road that goes up from Brighouse and the Ridings Avenues. Anybody is around this part. And then it goes down a lovely old cobble street, which I rather like, this cobbled street that it goes down. I'll show you that in a second. There's an amazing house that looks a bit like a castle. Then it leads onto the canal eventually, and that'll give me about an hour's walk, a bit of exercise, back up the hill. Makes all the difference. So this is it's a lovely cobbled street, cobbled road, the old times. Beautiful, beautiful sun. Right at the top of the chimneys, you can see there. It's just mad. There's a big hill. Yeah, so this is on a big hill. It's right down, and then you've got all the chimneys, tops of the houses over there, which is fantastic. But lots of land that they could build on here. This land here. I mean, yes, we need the trees, but they could build in between them. There's lots of places in Calderdale where we need to build. For kids, young people. They've been shafted, young people, in my opinion. There's stuff like this, and you get these houses here. Now, if you're any Americans watching, that's you see the door there, and that's quite a sizable house. There's 2 houses there attached, but we have a lot of houses around here which are the old mill houses, and they're one up, one down, back to backs they call them. They have a couple of bedrooms. Some of these are similar, and they've gone into the roof like that. They've gone into the roof. You can see the skylights that they've built at the top near the chimneys. Of course, the chimneys aren't used anymore. Undercliff. Look at that. It's all built on hills, using the space. There's a house number 7 there and there. There's two houses, one at the bottom, one at the top. Further down here, there's a lovely inn, pub, like a public house or an inn. It's called, I think it's called the Old Cock or the Cock Inn. Back onto another road here, a main road, and then it goes round. I'll show you this old sign across here. Bits of history. So across the road here, the main road, which is quite a busy road, you've got an old, really old sign. The toll road days, I'd say. It's a bit, looks a bit like a gravestone. Elland Brighouse Road, Brighouse. Elland 2.5 miles, Wakefield 13.5 miles, Dewsbury 3 miles, Brighouse. I think it says 1 mile. Across here is an old pub, just hundreds and hundreds of pubs. Forgive me, this is an industrial society. There's a beehive above it. 1888, the Brighouse District branch of the Industrial Society. Now a funeral house. Of course, the industrial societies were lots of societies back 100 years ago, 120 years ago, when we had loads of builders around these farms. The canal system, obviously, was already part of that. The canal runs down this way. I'd forgotten what it was called. Yes, it's called the Red Rooster. Really nice pub, actually. These are back-to-back houses. Tiny door. And the Red Rooster Inn. And they do. I've actually been in there a few times. They do really nice ale. Traditional ale. Quite busy in there. People chilling. Live music, single band covers. Saturday the 25th. Sunday sessions, quizzes every. Red Rooster Inn. I do recommend it if you fancy a drink and a bite to eat. It's right next to a little beck. There's a car sales place. An old mill across the road there. And then a big industrial estate across there. And then we're on this road. I think it's Halifax Road. Which will take me to the canal, where we're going to have a nice walk back. So I don't know if you can see it across there. I love this. The sign there says yeah, so whether you can see it or not, across the road is a sign. It says Brookfoot Lane. And there's two little doors. And I often wonder where those doors lead. Some sort of magical paradise. Because it's just a load of rock and, well, now trees, but there would have been houses up there at one point. Brookfoot. And probably factories. Okay. Only a hop and a skip along the main road, and then you turn left onto this road. And it's called North Cut. It's just opposite the Brighouse Angling Association. There's a lovely lake here where you get lots of anglers. And as I get older, I can see the fun in that. I'm trying not to allow having a beard and a flat cap make me old. But winter is, but I'm determined this year to go off and do my sailing course and get sailing before age is a weird thing. It just suddenly creeps up on you. It's very odd. My knees are struggling since last year. They're getting stronger, but slowly. But I can also see the joy of sitting there next to a pool, a big lake, manufactured. It used to be related to the factories. big factory across there. It's just next to the canal, which you'll see in a minute. I can see the joy and the tranquility. I can understand that. Now I will be showing you a bit more of my job this weekend. I'll be posting quite regularly as I'm doing Santa, as you know, thus the beard. And I'll be posting quite a bit about that this weekend. But we're just about near the canal, and I'll show you that now. I'll walk back along that. We've got a chap fishing currently. I'll just show you that. There you go. See the canal. Great canal this. It's a lovely walk. And there's a river next to it. Now there's this place open, which is new to me. Haverset. We'll go and have a look. Buzzing my nose at first. I'm going to go and have a look. So we're now on the canal. So it's a gorgeous canal on a day like today. Beautiful sunshine. It's like a little Venice in in Yorkshire. Of course, the thing is, we don't get this as often as Venice. I'll just show you these trees, which are just on the ebb. They've lost most of their colour, but you can see those have all gone. But just in the distance, there's some lovely colours there. Beautiful. And I love the reflections. So it is stunning. We're very lucky. It's just next to the River Calder. The River Calder's to the side of it. And I did toy with the idea of living on a narrowboat, but I've still got this fascination with getting my... I'll just show you the river here, actually. So yeah, just the other side is the River Calder. And this does get very, very, very big. Very full very quickly. I'm pretty certain it's the River Calder. I might be wrong about that. So yeah, but I'm still looking forward to getting the boat. So the idea is currently the idea is to go to Malta in January. So I'm doing this Santa job. One of the reasons I'm doing it, and if you bob to go there. Then get the license in January, come back January, mid-February to the UK, spend a month getting the boat right, and then getting off in April. That is the plan at the moment. Hello. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll show you that. It's prettier than looking at me. See a little bit of me. So I'm thinking maybe two. I get it over there, and I want to spend most of the summer on and off the boat, doing acting and the film work that I'm doing. This is lovely, this view. So the canal comes round a corner, and you get this gorgeous opening up, and the river goes underneath. There. So that's some sort of overflow, but there's a section of water coming from there as well. So this is just lovely and calming. I'm so glad it came out. I'm feeling a bit better already. These are prettier than me, worth a look at. Enjoying a bit of calm weather. Give it a good clean. I'm just cleaning my wings. Do why not look at me when I'm in a bath? I just want to have a clean. Go away, leave me alone. great. Yeah, I find it very tough sometimes. So it's having a walk is just a really good way of calming everything down. So as I say, next week from Monday, I'm going to kick a regime in for a couple of weeks, and you can join me on that. It'll be 2, probably 3 weeks. You got a lot of cyclists on here who did shout, which is good. And down here, there's a lovely house. Look at the light on those trees. There's a lovely house down here. I've often thought to myself that this down here would be a wonderful place to have a little cafe bar. And there is further down a building that could be changed, but yeah, it's not for like to meet 10, 20 years ago maybe. Glorious sun. Maybe that's why I'm feeling better already. There's some locks up here. There's people here. Best not. I don't like filming people unless they know I'm filming them. This lock is lovely, and then the white gates, and the picket fence further along. Yeah, we have some amazing resources in and around Yorkshire, all over Britain really, and tourism is really where I don't think we're exploring it enough. I'm sure if you're watching this in America, you'd go, wow, that's amazing. Beautiful lock, very well kept actually. Ganny Lock, Calder Valley Greenway. Toll house. It goes across here, the tow path goes down the other side into Brighouse. I mean, what I might do after I've had my exploration on the sailboat, if I don't go sailing around the world, which is the plan, I might just come back and buy a canal boat, or I might sail around the world, or sail quite a bit of the world, or just in the Med, and then buy a canal boat. I don't know. Well, I've got the money, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen in the world. So we'll see what happens. I have to get a major TV role, won't I? So it sort of settles down. You lose the sun a bit here. It's quite a dark. It sort of sinks more into the valley, and comes through towards Brighouse, which is where the canal went. There's a basin at Brighouse, a canal basin, which I'll go to. It's lovely, and gosh, look at those trees. You can see them, the reflection. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Love it. Oh. Some really strong smells. Strong smells from the, I don't know what these seeds are. Maybe you can see them. But, they're giving off a really strong, pungent, sweet, bittersweet smell. Lovely. Weeping willow in the distance there, catching the light. You wonder who planted that 100 years or so ago. And then on the right here, further along, there's sort of a mobile home sort of units, which I think were council run at one point. I think they're private now. There's quite a lot of the traveller community in those, and they're really rather nice because they're just next to the canal. It's very industrial, post-industrial really, and there's some old mills that are being converted. There's an old mill that's derelict, That will be converted when the property market all picks up again, I guess, 3, 5, 10 years. They've already done one of the mills up, which I'll show you, which happened about 12 years ago. This weeping willow. I love it. The bark, fantastic bark. Must be at least 100 years. I'd say that's about 100. It's about 100 years old. Really lovely. I love trees. And there's a couple of them. There's another one here as well. So whoever planted those years ago, thanks a million. Somebody must have done. You know, it's beautiful. It sort of nestles over and sort of, I love the way the leaves just sort of swing gently and capture the light. Sort of gives that calmness to the world. This one's much older. I can only presume it was put here exactly when they put the that light. So they must have planted that when they built the canal. Beautiful. So yeah, so across there is where the industrial estate is, and some old mills, and then there's the campsite, the mobile homes. And then just across from there, there's a mill that's been here obviously since they built the canal. It's really dilapidated, it needs a lot of work on it, but I've no doubt somebody one day will revive it. Be perfect for housing. Here we are. Get a better view of it here. Tiny, tiny windows. I don't know what the reason was for that. We would have thought the mill would have needed lots of light. But maybe that was the storage area of the mill, and that was a storage space, and that was the mill. So they're bigger. There's the old, see in the middle where they would have hauled up the goods to manufacture and then delivered them. Then across here, it needs a lot of work on it, but it could be revived and it could be beautiful. It has, you know, all those could become apartments, and then you can see them having, I can imagine what they'd look like with fantastic sort of, they look fantastic with little balconies, all of them. So one day, that'll probably happen. Yeah, that's the old mill. And then we come to this lovely little bridge, which is taking us in towards the centre. It takes us in towards the centre of Brighouse. But just above that, to the right, is the old flour mill, which is fantastic because it was taken over by Rocked, a climbing company. And on the outside, they built this capability to climb, which is fantastic, great idea. That's a good 100-foot high, that building, and there's another one over there. And inside, they do climbing. There's a lovely pub here. Nice tables and things outside. It's lovely. I've got to explore some of these. It's a cafe bar, stroke pub. Yellow bikes because we had Tour de France come through all of Yorkshire about 4 years ago. It's lovely, beautiful bridge, and the bridge inn. It's not a great pub, it's run down a bit, but one day I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Now across there you've got the Golden Hind, which is a brilliant fish and chip shop. There's an awful lot going on really in Brighouse. It's got more than you think. We're going to go under the bridge. There's a little road going in to Brighouse. That's there, and we're just going to go under this, next to the bridge in, under here, and across the road there's another lovely pub, which does do really great food and good beer. How you doing? It's worth a look. Here we are. It's a sailboat here. About as big as mine. That's interesting. Anyway, so the miller's in, and there's another pub which I'll show you just near that. So across there is used to be a, I can't remember, one of those strange, they have a name, one of those strange, mainly men's clubs, you know. It'll come back to me, can't remember, it's not a very British thing. But you've got the Miller's Inn, and then the wall, which might get a better view of here. Something in it, and there's a sailboat across here. Wasn't expecting that. Very big. Very run down. Sad, really. There must be a tale behind that. So, again, across here, there's Blakely's Fish and Chip Shop, which is very famous. You get wonderful fish and chips. Across there's the old swimming bars. They built a really brilliant swimming bars now. It's getting much prettier here. It's just that we don't quite have the weather. So across there, in the distance, you can see the red bricks, which I think is a shame really. They never finished it off correctly. It's called Milroy Hill, but it's stone-faced, and it's got the very thing I was talking about with these lovely glass balconies that you can see across there. And they made that about, they repaired it and did it up about, must be 12 years ago, before the property collapse of 2009, 10. Clever guy. We'll go under this tunnel. Bridge. And coming down to the basin, there's some canal boats tied up for the winter. Yeah, here we are. This is next door to Sainsbury's, but there's some nice boats here. Mongoose. I wouldn't say that was a liveaboard. It's well and truly locked up. Tiny one here, little engine outboard. Say that's a liveaboard. Maybe 20 grand's worth. And this, a little bit ugly looking. Very efficient, I'm sure. You can see the whole of the tower. Very good. Another boat here. There's a couple of swans even. It's nice. Lovely to see the swans. So I'm going to finish my walk just in the basin here of Brighouse, and then I'm going to head home. But it's been great. Thanks for joining me. I feel a bit better already. You've served me well. So we're just going to go across this little bridge, and we'll take a look in the basin, which is lovely. Get a good view of the basin here. There's quite a lot of boats. They're all heading off. day today, and we're going to take a walk down into the basin. I really should have brought my gloves out. It's dropped, the temperature's dropped, they said it would. But I guess, you know, I don't mind when the sun shines. I don't mind the cold. It's the misery when the sun doesn't shine. So it's been great seeing the sun shining. So we're on to the basin. So this is obviously there's no mill across there, which is now a fantastic pub. They restore boats across the road there, and this leads into the River Calder, if I'm correct. And the lock. A bit of information here. The local canal. Some information for anybody who's interested in that. There we are. Right, this is a lovely boat. I think it's an old Dutch barge, and I saw somebody working on that last time it was down. I think quite a lot of these are liverboards, and a good place to get a mooring if you can find one. So if I do end up coming back to live in Brighouse, it might be here. You never know with a tiny boat. And then you've got some lovely swans having a dip. Stunning. So that's the canal basin at Brighouse. Thanks for joining me. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. I'll leave you with these swans.